Hello and welcome to another Culture Foolishness rap shit recap. This is for episode 6. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and architects of Mars.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, as you guys know by now, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach.
so to get into this. It's a pretty eventful episode, the aftermath of everything that happened with Lord AK.
It's like it was eventful, but it wasn't, but it was.
Yes, it was more of like I feel like the next, because
It's
that
definitely like
was
a builder episode
six.
for sure.
It
Yeah.
was the sixth episode, so in true Issa Rae fashion, I feel like we have 2 episodes left because she be teasing us. Don't even want to do 10. Okay, can you do 10? Can you
Why
just,
can't you make
it
it
could
a
still
round
be
number?
even, but just 2 more numbers. But whatever, do what you do. It's
It's
fine.
fine. We
It's
we
fine.
love you, Issa.
We fucking with you.
Happy.
So 7 and 8 is probably where the shit is gonna go down. This was definitely a build up episode, setup episode, but a lot of stuff still happened for
Oh,
sure.
for sure. Real quick, I want to start at the very, very beginning of the
Mhm.
episode where they were like kind of doing commentary on the incident and how they were talking about, oh, he did a sacrifice to himself for the Illuminati and all. And I that was so chuckle worthy because that's how these niggas
Niggas
be.
are. Yeah, exactly. When I saw that, I was like, damn, that's so accurate. And they was talking all this shit, talking about Tupac got shot, checked himself out. It's like, sir, did you see this man looking like Street Fighter 2? He done fought the Haslam and got a damn yoga flame. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Yoga flame. That's what he looked like. He looked like he got yoga flamed, whole body engulfed. They talking about go out and tour next week. Get the fuck out of here.
They don't make niggas like they used to. Like, and you're living proof of that. You miscellaneous ass nigga.
Very miscellaneous. So, if we speaking of the beginning of the episodes, I feel like after it was a commentary part, and then Shawna and Mia
Mia.
interacted a little bit, the mom was going out, about to be on her Kruger activities. And I think they went to Lamont with his new little girlfriend, who I am approving fully of that little situation, especially in light of he low key was really trying to fuck with Mia again, but she's been acting real
Fast.
fast and hood scallywaggish, and I approve it. And she seems to be healthy, and I really like that. I don't know if he deserves it, but
That
you
fool
know.
put balsamic vinegar on a quinoa burger.
Hey, it probably. I mean, it's all. Hey, that sounds like what you should put on a quinoa burger if you say it out loud for real. What you gonna do? Some ketchup? That sounds better.
He wanted hot sauce.
But for a quinoa burger, if we gonna be bougie, let's just fully be bougie now. Let's just put balsamic on it. Fuck it.
That balsamic was probably expired too.
I'm sure it was. It was
Which,
rancid.
mm, mm, mm. I guess.
But
I
shit
I
was
guess
cute. I wonder what.
she was cute. I wonder what the backstory is with that. Like, she
Yeah,
just kind of popped up
yeah. I
or
need
something.
some
But
more. I need
you know
something
what?
more. Hmm.
And not to advocate for Mia being fast, but sis ain't pop up 3 days ago.
Mm-mm.
She been around low key. So
Yeah.
even though he was still trying to make something work with Mia, he
Uh-huh.
still had her like straggled along somewhere.
Oh, I absolutely. But all I'll say to that in his defense is, um, since he does have a child with Mia, and then he's spending more time with his daughter like he should, which I don't think he did not spend time with her, but he had spent even more time with her since she was out of town. Maybe it made him think like, wow, it would be dope if we was, a unit like we was supposed to be, whatever. So if it's a new girl in the mix, she got it going. So real quick to speak to that, that's kind of a reason why a lot of people, I'm not even gonna say men or women, I think both genders feel this way about people who have kids and then have to obviously interact with the person they had kids with, because that's always a possibility of that type of like, maybe we should just make this work, so I don't think he's wrong. I mean,
No, I'm not
obviously
saying
they
he's
weren't
wrong.
together, right? They weren't together, so he was able to obviously date and meet people and same as
I'm
she
not saying
was
he's
or
wrong, and
whatever.
I'm not advocating for Mia. It's
Uh-huh.
just
No, she ain't new. No, she definitely
she
been
not
around.
new. And then even with that, then it's like you over here rocking with me, but then like you still want your family back to a degree. That's why like people who
But
have kids just leave us alone. We
unless
don't have
you
time. Don't when I was in those dating streets, then I one of my rules was if I dated someone with kids, then I ideally did not like to date guys with kids under 5
mm-hmm,
because in the first 5 years it could definitely go back the other way.
mm-hmm,
5 years in, and if they gone, then they typically tend to stay gone. And when I've done the under 5 thing, that was all the back and forth. Me and my we
mm-hmm,
still trying to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, we got history, and you just don't understand because you ain't got no kids. Like, well, leave me alone. So
mm-hmm. I
yeah,
don't know if my eyes could roll hard enough for somebody saying some shit like that to me.
you'd be
Like,
surprised
wow.
things that niggas say. But I
I wouldn't.
digress as far as that's concerned. You'll have to tune into the actual when we start launching actual live
Oh
episodes.
yeah, the podcast is coming. This is a precursor to that. So we're just introducing our banter and our energy to everyone right now. But January 2024 Culture Foolishness podcast will be launching. But for now, YouTube, IG, TikTok, we there.
Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
back to the episode. So we talked about Lamont and um his lady friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I want to go to when they were at Mia's house or whatever, and her old wretched ass friends came over making jokes about the whole thing. And poor Shawna, because I already was feeling like even before, like leading up, like before this, I saw the episode and I was just like, dang, I know
You're
Shawna
gonna be
feeling
messed up.
like what I do, like, dang, is it like like you the last person with them, and then that happened, and then it make it look like it's you, but it ain't you, but so, and they ain't make it no better. Coming over making these, they call them what they call them, Burner Boy.
Yeah, that was trash. Like, and it's funny because that friend, well, one thing I will say, excuse me, about Issa and how she structures her writing the characters, they consistent. So that particular character always say fucked up shit. So was on brand, so it wasn't like
It
she
was
was
on
out of
brand.
character. But
Yeah,
it's you would hope somebody would have a little bit more compassion, but that ain't her friend. That's Shawna is really Mia's associate to them. They don't even
right.
consider her Mia's friend. And to be honest, does Mia even consider Shawna her full friend? I feel like they getting there again
I definitely feel like they
for
getting there
sure,
again.
especially, not to skip ahead, but I know even in the last little scene of the episode, how they was just kind of like embracing each other and laying with each other, like they definitely getting back more of that
Hmm.
sisterhood bond in a more pure way than I feel like
Right.
it was
In
before.
the first season. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
that's good. We
For
love that.
sure.
We love sisterhood. We love that. We love
Yeah, we
that.
do. So since the hood rats were, hood ratting, if you will, then
Mm-hmm.
it prompted Shawna to just leave because she
Right.
just was overwhelmed with emotions, couldn't take it no more. And where did she go?
Maurice. Good
Yes,
on
she
Maurice. And
popped up at his crib.
I just, and we spoke about this briefly, but I just found it funny that it was like the initial, and of course, because she wasn't fully understanding where his mind is, she's just being herself, being the person that she's been to him, the whole time. This, not the whole time, but this aspect of their relationship that they kind of have more intimate, bond. And like he was trying to act like he didn't like her. He really
Hmm.
was. He was giving that energy, and she's not even picking up on it because she's so distraught over what just happened. So
Right.
she's just hugging him, and then I was like in the hug, he's like, "Oh, I you smell good. Oh, your skin also. I forgot that I liked you so much. I forgot." It was like, and the acting of that, like I love those moments where all these emotions can be inferred by the viewer without it being dialogue, because it was purely body language that you could
Oh,
see
absolutely.
that whole breakdown of like, oh, this mother, I like you. Okay. So it was just really funny.
And I feel like too, like even deeper than just the in the embrace, feeling like, oh yeah, I do like you. Deeper than that, it's just like, nah, maybe she not trying to set me up. Like it was kind of like a feeling
Right.
from the physical embrace again, without there being, actual words of him being
Hmm.
like, okay, no, maybe like, okay, I'm tripping. Like I'm tripping. And so with that, then he kind of, let his guard back down or whatever. And then she proceeds to start cleaning up the nigga crib. So it's like, so you just gonna stay mad? She cleaning
Right.
up your crib.
Right.
Like what you doing?
Right. She
What you doing, young man?
literally being on some like low key wifey attributes, just showing you, and you just trying to just be on some bullshit. So of course that broke his whole shit down.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well,
They was over
that's a
they was
later
over there
part.
laughing and joking and everything was cool. And then
Mhm.
in comes Issa brother. I know we said we was gonna learn his name, but we
And,
didn't say when. And if we did, I'm sorry. Because right now, that is Issa's brother,
and
and
he
he
on that
came in
bullshit.
tripping. Just came in
And
cock blocking and player hating.
well, to go even beyond that, so say, Maurice is still on the whole, I'm about to get her, and caught up to where I can, finesse this where I get out of. Even if that's what his intention still was, which if you walk in somebody's house, which I spoke to this, how he just busted? Do they live together? Because I'm trying to understand how he just busted in the nigga. I don't give a fuck they related or not. You just not coming up in my shit. Because if that's just his crib by himself, even if he lived alone, he could have been watching a damn flick on the living room TV. Who knows? I'm just saying that's weird.
You're not wrong. You are
Like,
not
so I
wrong.
guess for the sake of the show, they did that, but that was kind of one of those like, that's not realistic.
You're like the fuck?
Like, how
Yeah.
you just bumping it? But to speak to that moment, yes, like if he had intentions that he didn't know, which they didn't speak, he just comes in and see this. He fucked up whatever he was trying to do, whether it's gauge whether or not she is trying to set him up, or if he's trying to set her up, whatever the fuck he was trying to do, you fucked the shit up for him. So it doesn't make sense.
Right. Right. And so it put Shawna in, I mean, she was already not in the best place when she got there to begin with. And then now it's just, she's just like, I can't trust no damn body. Like, what is this about? So that was unfortunate.
Mhm.
I do want to you know what, let's touch on Mia.
Mhm.
Um she was playing with her daughter, right?
Mhm.
And I guess after a while, she was like, "What the hell?" And was like, "I need a little break." Decided to go to happy hour with her mother and be fast.
Mhm.
And it was interesting, the conversation that was had at the happy hour. First of all, the dude who walked up with the Bluetooth trying to holler was hilarious. That was just it was
Kind of
comical because
perfect. It's kind of
it
perfect
was
because it
very
happens. It
perfect.
still
It
happens.
absolutely happens.
This,
And
people still wear Bluetooth earpieces, huh?
yeah,
That's so weird.
yeah, they do. Um they absolutely do. But like just the conversation that was had, because and it was really interesting because it shows you like two dynamics of just people and how they think. And so her mother, who's content, like, okay, like I live in Miami. I don't live in the best place or whatever like that, but it's all I know. It's fine. I'm gonna go to happy hour, and the dude with the fake shoes gonna try to holler, and I'm gonna let him buy me drinks, and like very just content with just whatever. Meanwhile, Mia's like, no, I want to get up out of here. I want to like I've done, I started this tour. I got to see some stuff. I like what I saw. I want to aspire to better. Like, and you have a lot of that just in general, especially in your hometown. Like
That's why you gotta move out if you can, which we both have
we
done
both
that.
have, and so that's why that part kind of
Hit
spoke to me,
home,
because it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it hit home because you know my perspective on things changed drastically when I left the Shy. The Shy is always going to be the crib, but my outlook and my perspective on things changed. And even kind of what kind of leading up to me leaving, there was becoming a shift in me saying like, there's something different that I want and I can't get it here.
Same.
Um, and so you talk to some people, and not all, but you talk to some people who still live at home and they have that mindset like Mia's mom. Like they just like, I mean, like what? Like, what's the problem?
Well, what I'm
Like
gonna leave for? This is fine.
exactly. So that was an interesting dialogue between the two of them,
hmm
for
hmm
sure. I do want to now talk about Chastity.
Yes, her actually
Well, let's
all the
go.
exciting parts of the show was actually her parts of the
Mhm.
storyline, to be honest, as everything else was more like interpersonal stuff. She had the drama and the action on her side. So her, as she comes back, the hole's been fucking up
They were all
basically,
out of order, just
all out
all
of order,
just running amok.
running the fucking muck. So she goes
She had to bail one of
uh
them out of jail.
right. And then she had to go and disrupt the business of the competitors over at the hotel or
Mm-hmm.
motel, rather, excuse me. Ain't no
Yes,
hotels. And then
and then
those
he
people
retaliated.
hard where she didn't have a tooth in front and She had to get Unc
Down,
involved.
swole, and
Yeah.
she got jacked up.
When she got Unc involved, she got really, really real. And I don't think she understood how real shit got with him until that moment, because you kind of could tell. She was like, "Oh yeah, you just kind of do this and do that," but she was like, "Oh, oh, oh." Hmm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I can even tell that even within all of that that was going on. I mean, he out here like, man, I ain't killed the nigga since '03. Like he like messing with you. Now I gotta go. Ugh. Like it was kind of like that. And
Mm-hmm.
she too she's fresh off tour and she's gotten to see that there could be something different. And this is just what she knows and where she's at right now,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately you can at least for me what I was reading as I was watching it was that she like, I gotta get the fuck up out of
Oh
this.
yeah, absolutely. No, when she's
This
that
ain't what I want.
the part when he killed old boy, the way she was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like somebody had to lose their life because you know, this life that we live in, that we shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
even be doing this shit. And I don't want to do this no more. I didn't
Right.
already seen another way to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was some moments. No, this episode was very, very good. Definitely a great setup for the next two episodes.
For sure.
Hmm.
For sure. So we'll see what's next. We'll see
We're
what
gonna see
happens.
what
Is
happened
like
next.
what does Shauna do next? How do Mia and Shauna kind of get their way back out there now?
That's what
Um,
I'm curious about. And
yeah,
also, will the rest of the season just revolve around the stuff that they was kind of like, I don't want to say running away from, but now they back home, so they got to deal with whatever stuff that was going on at home. So they might
exactly.
have to deal with that. We might not see them back on the road to next season. So we're gonna see. We're
We
gonna
shall
see.
see. We
But
gon' see.
I think this is probably a good time to in this episode. I feel like we covered pretty much everything. This was a little less action than the past couple weeks of rap shit, but still a great foundational episode to the
Hmm.
next two. So
Absolutely.
word. So with that, I will end it. We will see you next week. This is Cultured Foolishness Rap Shit Recap. I am Creed, and my co-host is,
Coach Tamara Simone.
and we will see you next week. Good night and good morning or good afternoon or whenever you listen to this. And peace, peace.